What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris, this is 4K Motoring, and behind me is our 2022 Multistrada V4S. You guys know this bike, you've seen it before. It's been a little while since I brought you any content on this bike. I want to talk about what I've done to it recently and some issues I've been having. It is now November 1st, 2024. Let's get into it. Okay, so as I alluded to in one of my last videos, my fork seals were going out in this bike. It has just under 25,000 miles on it. I noticed some fork seeping, some rings on the front forks, right about 20,000 miles, 21-ish thousand miles. I was starting to get some rings where it was weeping, and then it started dripping. And at that point, I knew we were kind of at the end of the useful life of these fork seals and it needed to be changed. Obviously, you don't want it to get too far. Once it starts dripping, you're only 1 or 2 steps away from it actually getting fluid on potentially your brakes, not being able to stop, and having a really bad time. So I felt a little over 20,000 miles, even though it's only 2 years, a little over 20,000 miles was good enough that we wanted to go ahead and replace these fork seals. Now, I debated doing this on camera for you guys, as fork seals themselves are not truly that difficult, but when it came to the Ducati, these are electronic forks on the Skyhook suspension system. And from what I was told, some of the connectors on the forks and the way they're routed make this a huge pain. They actually connect under the tank to where the bodywork has to be taken off, and it's just a royal pain. My local dealership was able to do this for right at $1,000, full labor, everything, fork seals, full rebuild, getting it all done for right about $1,000. And did it in less than a full day. So to me, that was a no-brainer. That's the direction I went. Now, I mentioned this cost because I've read from some of you guys online that some people get this done under warranty. They actually consider this a warranty item. I've always considered fork seals, much like brake pads and chains, as wear items. So it never even occurred to me to consider that. This bike is a 2022, so it's only 2 years old. It's got 20-some thousand miles. It's been ridden, but from what I've read, some dealerships are actually counting this as warranty work. So what I'm asking you is, if you've gotten these done or considered getting these done, have you had to pay for it, or has it been covered under warranty? I would like to get a nice barometer for people on what to expect from these bikes. I know when you contact Ducati directly, they will say contact your dealer to see what they're able to do. So a lot of it is on the dealer. I've experienced several things in this bike that one dealer's done differently than the other. So I know the dealers have a lot of power to warranty things differently. But let me know if you've had this done. Have you ever had fork seals done under warranty? And if so, how many miles and how old were they? One thing I talked to the tech about, and one idea I had, was regarding the fork stanchions themselves. So in discussing ways to maybe extend the service life or the feeling of these fork stanchions, I talked to the tech about different coatings that I've seen on other forks. Something like the Kashima coating noted on Fox and some Öhlins forks, talking about how to make the overall stiction less and to hopefully let these things glide in and out a little bit better. From what I've read online, a lot of people talk about ceramic coating these forks. Now, they are highly polished as is. We're really not getting a lot of friction to begin with, but to me, I feel like I can feel when the suspension starts collapsing a little bit of stiction, and I wanted to try something different. I used the Chemical Guys Hydro Charge. I've used a lot of their ceramic stuff from Chemical Guys, and it is more of a ceramic hybrid wax. It's not a full ceramic treatment, but in all of it I've tested, the Hydro Charge seems to be the best one. It's easiest to work with as a spray. It does work pretty well. It's kind of got a solvent in it, and it is very similar to their other ceramic products. But I feel like the coating that this gives is much longer lasting. The hydrophobic properties are there, and overall it just keeps it nice and smooth for a lot longer. What I did was use that on the fork stanchions here, on the shiny parts on both sides. And what I can tell you is, at least from my perception, it feels like the forks are a little bit smoother after that. That they glide a little bit better over the entire travel. There's no stiction. And overall, to me, I think it feels better. Now, I've only had this done for a couple months, and it seems to be doing well. I don't know how long it'll last. Obviously, it's not a true ceramic coating. Even if it was, I don't know with the amount of friction that this gets, how long something like that would last. But what I can tell you is immediately I feel like I'm noticing with the new fork seals and with the ceramic layer on the actual stanchions, a lot improved fork travel on these bikes. Of course, I'll leave a link to that product down in the description below if you guys want to check it out and try it for yourself. Let me know if you've done anything like this or found anything that has actually been useful. It may just be all in my head since I did it, but it really does feel like it's better. That brings us to our next point. In going to the dealership to get this done, one thing they did was plug in the computer to, one, clear an oil service light that I had that I can't clear myself even though I did my own oil change, but two, it downloaded a bunch of updates. As you know, Ducati puts out updates for these bikes roughly every 6 months. There's some sort of update and they keep trying to push the boundaries to make these things better. Unfortunately, this latest update may have gone backwards. Now, when Ducati brought out this V4 Multistrada, they included a Quickshifter on the V4S, and frankly, it was fantastic. Super smooth up and down, low RPMs, high RPMs, it just worked. Well, with the latest set of updates, you guys may remember one that was kind of a mandatory update where they're calling people about, and the subsequent update, I feel like they've done a lot to tweak the actual timing and operation of this Quickshifter, and personally, I think they may have taken it just a bit too far. Now, what I've noticed is since this last update, I hit the Quickshifter, especially when shifting up, this is most notable. When I upshift through the Quickshifter, it hangs for a bit. It seems like the duration of the ignition interruption is extended a little bit. I'm sure there's a reason they did that, but it noticeably disrupts momentum in the bike. And as far as the Acura exhaust that we have, where it used to give all those nice pops and bangs and really make it sound like a Ducati, a lot of that has been reduced, and that bothers me a whole lot. I've read on the forums, talking to some of you guys online, this seems to be a common thing. Those of you that have gotten the most recent update sometime in September, October of 2024, everybody seems to have noticed this Quickshifter not acting the way it used to. They've changed it, and I don't think it's for the better. So that's all the information I had for you today. I just wanted to keep you updated on where I am with this bike. Again, 20-some thousand miles, low 20,000 miles is when my fork seals went out. I paid for them. Apparently some people got them under warranty. With the ceramic coat and the new seals, they feel fantastic. I really like this bike and I think it's even better than stock. However, the software update that got done at the same time, late in 2024, seems to have adjusted the Quickshifter, maybe in a way that's preventing damage to the bike. There may be fully a reason for it. I'm waiting on a callback from Ducati on that issue. But I can tell you that the usability kind of sucks. It is not nearly as smooth as it was before. And if you enjoy your Quickshifter and have no other issues, maybe don't bring it in quite yet for an update from Ducati. If you've noticed any of these things yourselves, let me know in the comments below. If you noticed the Quickshifter issue or got it updated, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to kind of get an idea of how many people are experiencing this. Seems like from online there's quite a few. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video, and we'll catch you next time.